restoration to the Second Powers podcast, where we're living life with no walls. Today, you will be hearing the teachings of our spiritual guide, Regina L. Stillman. If you'd like to learn more about the fellowship, check out our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/restoration2. Also, if you'd like to make a donation, go to givelify.com and look for us at Restoration 2 or Cash App us at $R2Power. Now, everybody, throw your twos up and let's get lifted. Ho!
Well, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I want to wake you to this afternoon's edition of Waking the Lions. I got lions in here already. I see Michelle Browno in the room. I see BTD Mom in the room. I see SK8843 and One Reason, the Bishop of Twitch. And if you're not following One Reason, yes, our Bishop, please, please, please follow him. He will bless your whole life. And the Rebel Inc. as well as others that are here. Thank you so much. I see you roaring, One Reason. I see you roaring, Bishop. And listen, I am in that mode today. I'm in that mode, y'all. Shelly Thunder. She's in the room. My moderators are here. Shelly Thunder, Michelle Browno, and the Rebel Inc. I appreciate each one of you. Listen, I'm here on purpose. As Michelle Browno always encourages us at the end of every stream, I am here on purpose. I'm telling you, God is just putting things in order. Things are manifesting. We've been talking about miracles, signs, and wonders. And you know what? Even as I was driving in from the church that I'm playing for, and God finally gave me a good fit, and I'm so happy for that. And I was driving in, and I was sharing with the Rebel, and I was just telling her about the blessing that God has given to me. And we started talking on yesterday in the Institute, and I appreciate all of the students in the Institute for Higher Consciousness, as well as those that came in and held space with us on yesterday, because we had an open session. And you know, I'm in a mode right now where I hope you all are getting a mindset, getting really a mindset that says, hello, I'm ready to be intentional about my life right now. There are things that I am anticipating, things that I desire. And listen, and let me even give a quick testimony on that, because I had a desire in my heart for a thing. And I told you all, you know how many times we'll kind of leave it open-ended so we're not disappointed, and yet and still we know what it is that we really want. And I'm telling you all, we're under an open heaven. This is a time I want you to start going after what you want. Hear me when I say that. And let me say it once more and again for the people in the back. This is a time and season to start going after what you want. I mean that with all my heart. And so even on this fine day, as I have been moving intentionally, and as my thoughts have become very intentional, as my energy has become very intentional. When I tell you that exactly, we used to sing a song in the old church, got just what I wanted from the Lord. I'm telling you, this has been a season of God just opening up and doing things and manifesting things and blessing with things. And it's not about materialism. Then darn, I see you. There's another lion in the lion's den. Come on in here, my sis. So much love to you. Now, this is what I want you to get in your mind. I don't care what the challenge has been. I don't care what you see the difficulties to be. I don't want you to look at a thing other than that this is your season and that this is your time and that you are under an open heaven. I want you to get that down in your shando for sure, for sure. Main Man 68, I see you. Lions are in the lion's den roaring this afternoon. Cassandra Isaiah, good afternoon. I see you, my sis. Come on in here because I just want to continue this word that I started in the Institute on yesterday. And this is what I want us to know. Without a shadow of a doubt, I am telling you, we are under an open heaven. But this is the point that I want to deal with. And, you know, one of my former members, and I stay in touch with her, and I say former only from the standpoint that she moved away and went to California several years ago, and she stays in touch with me very closely. And she was sharing a story, and I feel like this is where I want to start today. I tell you, I feel this. She, because of a situation on her job, come on in here, Troy, Rabbit Toy, is that who it is? Good evening to you. Good evening to you. So good to see you here. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. She was sharing. She was, because of a situation that occurred on her job, she found herself promoted and absolutely in an interim position right now. Oh, Royal Confession, open heaven and open season. Listen, and we better walk in it, Royal Confessions. There's my iron. Come on in here, sis, and you better talk and talk heavy as you always do. And she began to talk how they had a unit call sign for the position that she was in. So you had both the standpoint of a female, which is still in her department, a challenge, and a black female on top of that. And so she said that she noticed something, and I want y'all to hear me and hear me well, because I'm going somewhere with this. She said it dawned on her that she was still driving her regular patrol car. She was not driving the unit commander's patrol car. She was still driving her old patrol car. She noticed that there were several different things that she began to see about herself that said to her, even though you've been promoted to this position, your mind is still at the lower level. Come on here. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? She said it became very clear to her. She had been promoted to this higher position, but she still, in her mind, had not made that shift to that higher position. So she was still driving that old patrol car. She was still doing a series of things that identified your mind has not made this transition yet. And so as it would be, she said that she actually began to realize that when the position came open, she hadn't even applied for the position. Again, she was there in the interim status, but she had not applied for the position because she began to realize, she felt like within herself that she was not that person. Even though she was in that interim slot, even though she had all the credentials, even though she had all of the experience, even though she had everything that she needed and was in the interim, has been promoted to that position, her mind still was not ready to embrace it. So even though, as Royal Confession said, we're under an open heaven, but do you realize it's open season? You better walk in it. And she said what really prompted her to pay attention to this scenario was that she was on a given call, and it was a huge call. And when she showed up, the officer in charge began to ask her, what's your call number? And when she gave them her call number, which identified her as the person in charge at the top, they were shocked, stunned, and amazed. They couldn't believe it. They could not believe it. And she said at the point in time that she saw their reaction to her, it awakened her to her reaction to her own self. Why? Because she said, I realized I haven't been walking in it. I realized I haven't been manifesting it. I realized other than giving the call numbers over the radio when it was required, I did and walked in nothing that had pushed me into this higher position and this higher level. I was on my own, in my own self, denouncing myself, denying my own self the rights and the duties and well, she was doing the duties, but the everything else that came along with that showed and manifested, this is who I am. And y'all know my favorite line. Y'all know what T'Challa, show them who you are. And it was at that point that it shook her to realize, why have I not applied for this position? Because I'm already doing the job and I have everything required to be here. And you haven't even applied. You haven't even applied yourself. And that's a word for somebody that may be listening to me today. Because listen, I'm telling you, we are under an open heaven and it's open season. But some of you all are doing yourselves just like my baby. You are not walking in the place. You're not acknowledging your promotion. You're still driving that old patrol car. You're still doing everything that identifies you in your past and not in the authority and the position that you've been elevated to at this time. So with that being said, I want you to take that and I want you to process this, because I'm telling you, we are in an open heaven and you have been elevated and promoted. This is your season and this is your time. Don't be like my baby and still driving that old patrol car and doing everything else in that old fashion and form that denounces and denies the fact that God has moved you onto your next level. He's moved you on to your next station. He's moved you on and promoted you up. Stop walking, acting, and driving like that old, because baby, it's a new thing and it's happening. So I have to come, and I have to come today, even as I said on yesterday, with intention. I didn't have time. I literally just walked in the door, and that's why I'm a little bit off today on my timing, but that's okay. I'm on time because he's an on-time God. Yes, he is. Our promotion came by grace and favor, and it will not, come on, worry about anyone who cannot accept my assignment. You don't have time to worry about anybody that won't accept your assignment, because at the end of the day, when she showed up there, her unit patrol was, I am the one that's in charge and I am the one that has been elevated into this position of authority. So I want you all to really, oh, good evening, Solo XXL. Thank you for coming in and God bless you. So much love coming to you, and thank you for coming to the Lion's Den. So today, you know, this is my season and my time. This 2:00 time window is where I get into the scripture and begin to teach from that perspective. I already told you on yesterday, as I was in the Institute, these are the scriptures I was going to talk about. I want to go back and pull them out today, and we want to talk about them. Yesterday's class was so marvelous. It was a awesome class. I'm going to put that one up on demand for anybody that wants to see it. It was an open session, but I tell you, it was a marvelous session. But listen, I want to come back to the thought from yesterday and carry it over today. So, spiritual thought leader, if you want to give us an idea of what the takeaway should be today, the word and the concept I want you to take away today: intentional. I want you to start moving in a place where you are constantly intentional. Do not just haphazardly go through your life. Do not haphazardly allow things to just happen. I want you to be intentional. If I was going to teach and use a subject and a topic on today, my subject would be premeditated. Premeditated. Now, even as I think about that, and I've said this before, yes, Michelle, I want you to be intentional. I've said this before as I've gone to different places and different churches and different ministries, and I'm that one. Listen, if I'm going to come to your church and I'm going to spend my time, energy, and effort to get dressed and come there, I come with the intent of premeditated praise. And as I so often say, it's a premeditated praise, and I plan to commit the act because I'm intentional about that thing. I see you, truck driver. There's my Mufasa. The Lion King is here. Come on in here. Now, I want to stay with this idea of premeditated because, again, my thought that I want you to walk away from the Lion's Den today is I am going to stop allowing my time to just pass and just willy-nilly. I'm going to be intentional in what I do. I'm going to be intentional about what I say. I'm going to be intentional about how I do it and why I do it and when I do it. I'm not, we used to sing a song when I was a child that I can't say that I really as a child understood to the fullest, but the words to the song said, don't idle, I-D-L-E, your time away. Don't idle your time away. And we would sing that so frequently at prayer time and at different times in the service. And I really didn't have a full understanding of what they were saying. Oh, but I do now. And I want to say to some of you that are listening to me, you're idling your time away. You're idling that precious commodity that has been given to you. You're idling that time away, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and procrastinating and procrastinating. But I want to say, as the old folks sang in that song, don't idle your time away. I need you to become very, very intentional. So this is what I'm looking at. And when we say premeditated, I want you to start living your lives from a premeditated place that is totally and fully intentional. And until you can do that, you will not be fully present. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? If you're not intentional, hear me when I say this, you're not living from a place that's fully intentional and you're fully present. If you're not intentional in your living, you're not fully present because things are just happening to you. Things are just happening around you. Things are just happening in you, and you have no intention to set in motion what it is that you want to have, what it is that you want to live, where it is that you want to be. You're just allowing this happenstance type of life, and you're idling your time away. Please hear me when I say that. And as the old folks used to say in the adage, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. When you just idle your mind and you're absolutely just nowhere, nothing planned, no intent, no drive, no get up and go, no momentum, no energy. Listen, when that's the space and place that you live in habitually, there is an idleness in your mind that's taking place that does give an opportunity for all the negative energy, all the negative spaces and places to take root and take residence in your mind, in your spirits, in your emotion, and just drain you of your energy. So this is where I want us to start saying, because there is greatness in you. There is greatness in you. And I want you to start seeing the manifest greatness in you. How are you going to do that? Baby, I promise you, it's got to be done from a place of intention. So as we move, and again, so many times the place that we find ourselves in our lives, if we don't shake ourselves with the spirit of intention, it just seems like everything is chaos. I played that clip of Oprah on yesterday. I'm not going to play it again on today, but that concept, when you just have no intention and you don't have any direction and you don't know where you're going, it just creates a place and a space for chaos to just abide and reside in your presence. But I want you to come into the greatness that is you. So let's look at and premeditated. That's my word for today. If I use the topic, that's my topic for today. Premeditated. Now, let me just stop right there. And if I just talk on premeditated, I'm sure many of you immediately think of crime. You immediately think of the law. You immediately think of premeditated blank, premeditated murder, You're going to come up with all these different crimes because there is that place of premeditation, and the punishment for something that's been premeditated is different from something that just happens in the heat of passion and bam, it just happened. So I want you to understand that there is a reward for premeditated, but we again associate that word so frequently with the negative. I want you to understand there's a reward for premeditated in the positive. Hear me when I say that. There is a reward for premeditated in the positive. There's the reward of success. There's the reward of satisfaction. There's the reward of pleasure. There's the reward of life, and not just life, but life more abundantly. That is the reward that goes along with your premeditation for the good. So first and foremost, I told you, number one, let's write the vision and make it plain. Let's write the vision and understand, who am I and why am I created? Who am I and why am I created? The first thing we got to do is get together. Now, we talk the negative. The first thing you got to admit, you got a problem. But the first thing you got to know when you start talking about the positive premeditations of life, who am I and why was I created? I want you to be ever clear about this. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are the masterpiece of God. You were designed with something great in mind. I know my thoughts concerning you, said the Lord. Thoughts of good and not of evil, to give you a desired end, to give you an expected end, to give you the fulfillment of your expectations. So when I look at that and I realize that's really the space and place from which I should live, when I look at that, then that says to me, again, when I understand fully, listen, show them who you are, T'Challa. Show them who you are. So without vision, without understanding, without that vision, understand, the people perish. And we can go a whole lot of places in the religious realm and get real churchified with that. But I'm trying to talk to you about intention so that you can come into the greatness of who you are. When I look at that scripture and I read that, y'all, Habakkuk 2 verses 2 and 3, write the vision and make it plain. I want you to get in a space, if you have not already done this in your life, I want you to get in a space of introspection. I'm not trying to worry about all of this stuff in the external. I want you to go into a place of introspection, and I want you to begin to identify who you are. How can you show them who you are if you're yet unclear yourself about who you are? You definitely cannot show them who you are. I want you to do some introspection, and I want you to begin to dig down deep into the places of your dreams and your visions. And I heard somebody say this, well, you know, I think my stuff may not be what God wants from me. Listen, if God puts a dream and a vision in your heart, it came from God. Hear me when I say that. When that thing is burning you and eating you, and it's your passion, and it's just constantly turning and churning and burning, baby, it came from God, and he's given you the ability to manifest it. But if you have not yet known who you are, and you are not putting things in motion that show them who you are, you will continue to miss the blessing of greatness that God has put in them. So first and foremost, I want you to stop and write your vision and make it plain so that he that reads it can run well. Well, I want you to read it first, and then become living epistles, known and read of all men. When you fully understand your purpose, when you fully understand your calling, when you fully understand why you're here, and you write that vision, and first and foremost, it's clear to you, and then other people see you running as a living epistle, that they can read you, that they can read your living text, that they can read your right now word. I'm not talking about something something that came centuries ago. You are living epistles right now, known and read of all men when they see you. They just need to see you. And so many of you have hidden yourselves and you've hidden your light under the bushel so that nobody can see who you are. Some of you are so deeply buried within yourself, deeply buried within your head, deeply buried within your emotions, deeply buried within all of your stuff. And this is why I want you to pay attention. If you have all of this baggage, I need you to work through it. I'm not telling you to ignore it, but listen, 20, 30, 50 years and you're still in the same spot. No, beloved, I need you to get busy and do the work so that we can take the light and the greatness and the power that God has given to you and only you, because nobody else can do what God wants you to do. Nobody else can do that for you. Nobody else can take your place. Your spot is your spot. And what God has for you to do is for you. So I want you to understand, when you take that light out from under the bushel and it begins to shine and it begins to allow people to see what you're about and who you are and understand your vision, I promise you, you will get those that will begin to align themselves to your vision. There are people out there that are looking for you because guess what? They are a part of your assignment, but if you don't step up to the plate and come out from under the bushel and shine, they cannot report for duty. They are waiting for you to manifest so they can report for duty, because what they have is in concert with what you have. And the 2 notes together, the 3 notes together, the 5 notes together make a melody and a harmony that song can only be written when you come out from under the bushel and stop hiding. So I want you to understand, write that vision and make it clear. Write that vision and make it plain so that everybody that sees it can read it, that living epistle, read it and run. Now, the next place I want to go here, and stay with me because I'm going somewhere. I want us to look at the eye is the lamp. And I'm going to go to Matthew 6:22. The eye is the lamp, or the eye is the light of the whole body. And except your eye be single, and I want you to listen to me here, except your eye be single, you will have darkness, and great is that darkness. So this is where I want us to understand, and I kind of touched on this on yesterday. I need you to focus. I need you to focus. I need you to get a singleness of eye. I need you to get a singleness of vision. Once you write the vision and make it plain, I need you to make that a single vision. So when you get into the single vision, that's going to bring me back to premeditation and intention. Once you know what that vision is, and I'm going to keep saying this until somebody gets this down in your heart, because you've been so long in your life acclimated to, and what did I say yesterday? I equated it to a wandering eye. When it talks about your eye being single, the flip side of that wandering eye, and y'all first natural, then the spiritual. You understand, in the natural, when you have somebody that's not committed, but they're supposed to be in a relationship and their eyes are wandering. First their eye wanders here, then their eye wanders there, and their eyes running everywhere and just wandering to and fro. Baby, that's not a commitment. And you cannot commit to somebody that still wants to hold on to a wandering eye. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. But at the point in time that that eye becomes single, at the point in time that that eye becomes one, at the point in time that I'm done wandering and having double vision and being unstable in all my ways, because the Bible said a double-minded man or woman is unstable in all his ways. Why are we unstable? Because you're wishy-washy. You're here, there for a minute, your eyes there for a minute, then your eyes over here and your eyes over there. And I've said this before, even about discernment and understanding people. So many times you can tell so much by a person's eyes. And when you see, and I've said this and I mean it, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm really being real. Sometimes you can tell when folks are getting a little bit off because their eyes start going north, south, east, and west at the same time. You know what I'm talking about? Them eyeballs start going north, south, east, and west at the same time. Something about those eyes, because because the eyes are the light to the whole body. And when the body is off and what's going on internally, it manifests in those eyes. You can tell if a person's lying. Sometimes you just need to look at their eyes. You can tell if there are other things going on. You just need to look in a person's eyes. And there's something about a person that will not look you in the eye because something deep down in there is a reality that that eye is the light, and it opens up to that person's entire essence. And when I'm trying to hide something from you, I'm not going to look you dead in your eye, and my eyes are going to be going north, south, east, and west at the same time. Which to me, I say a lot of times when you see them and those eyes are going north, south, east, and west, there's some crazy going on behind there. There's some cray-cray going on behind those eyes. I just need you to look at those eyes. Those eyes are telling you everything you need to know. So when we understand my eye is becoming single, my eye is becoming one. In other words, let me flip the script and address it from this way. When I make a commitment with my eye, when my commitment with my eye is one, when my commitment with my eye is to be singly focused and committed to that. And like I told you on yesterday, when you commit to the vision will commit to you. Oh, I'm going to say it once more and again for the people in the back. When you commit to the vision will commit to you. And I'm going to say it once more and again. One for the Father, one for the Holy Ghost, and one for the Son. Come on. When you commit to the vision will commit to you. So many of us are saying, I've got a vision. I've got something that I want to do, but you still have not committed 100%. Your eye still is not single, and you got that wandering eye. Well, STL, how can I tell that I got the wandering eye? Intentions. If you're not doing that thing with intentions, if you're not approaching your day and it's premeditated, if you still are just allowing this to happen or that to happen and the other to happen, and willy-nilly in my living, willy-nilly in my mind, willy-nilly in my emotions, and I'm just all over the place and I'm not trying to rein nothing in, I'm just letting it run rampant like a wild horse out there on the range. Baby, I need you to reel that stuff in. I need you to get your mind full of intention so that when I get up in the day, and I said this before, if it is your vision, if it is your passion, then I want you to be intentional. I want you to get up today and I want you to make the decisions for today. I want you to be intentional in that it has to be decisions that are manifesting or will help me to manifest the vision. Write the vision and make it plain. But then I need you to have a commitment to the vision, and I need you to be intentional with that commitment, that if it's something that's pulling me out and away from my vision, then I am intentionally opting that's not what I'm going to do. If it's something that's pulling you toward your vision, I want you to be intentional. This is what I'm going to do. And I want you to be intentional with that on a regular. I keep using the word commitment. When you commit to the vision will commit to you. I want you to make that commitment that daily. Listen, I'm married to this thing. I'm united to this thing. I'm one with this thing. You understand what I'm saying? I have a union and a fellowship with this thing. I have a relationship with this thing. And I will not commit adultery against the vision. Are you hearing me? I won't step out on my vision. I won't have a side piece on my vision. I won't have a side piece convention on my vision. I'm going to be committed. I'm going to be intentional. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I'm going to premeditate the path that I'm going to take for today. And I promise you, when you start to rein this stuff in, that's when the success begins to come. That's when the manifestation begins to reveal itself. That's where miracles, signs and wonders begin to manifest in that God has assigned you to do. Why? Because you got married to the vision. You had a ceremony, and it wasn't just in words, but it's in deed, it's in power, it's in manifestation, it's in relationship, it's for real. When you get this thing working, and I'm telling you, this is why I want you to do it right now, because this is a season we are under an open heaven. God is saying to you, beloved, if you just be premeditated, get up in the morning, and y'all just stop letting your morning happen to you. Whatever happens today, Lord, see me through the day. No, baby, I need you to premeditate your vision. I need you to premeditate manifestation. I need you to premeditate it, and then I need you to put that in motion. I need you to walk that walk and talk that talk. I need you to be able to cross off, I did this, yes, vision closer. I did that, yes, vision closer. I did the other, yes, vision closer. I need you to put this thing in motion and stop talking about a thing. If you're not going to do something, get off the pot. I need you to have this premeditated mindset in your spirit, because it's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to be successful. It's time for you to manifest the work and the will of God for your life. It's time for you to be that seed of greatness that's been planted in you from the foundation of the world. It's time for it to manifest. It's time for it to be available to men and women that they can read it. And then it said in Habakkuk, and they that read it shall run well. I need the folks to be able to run well with your vision. I need folks to be able to run well with your calling. I need folks to be able to run well and read it, and it makes sense. It's time for you to really begin to make the commitment. And that's what the Lord has been pricking in my spirit. He said there's too many of y'all that just won't make the commitment. You see the vision, you talk about the vision, you write the vision, you all these things about the vision, but you're not committed to the vision, and the vision cannot commit to you. Am I talking to anybody? I'm going to say it. You will not commit to the vision, and so the vision cannot commit to you. When you begin to premeditate the manifestation and the actualization of your vision, the vision's gonna show up. Oh, and listen, at the appointed time, it shall speak. Am I talking to anybody in here? At the appointed time, it shall speak. Woo! And this is the appointed time. I'm trying to tell you, this is the appointed time. It's open season and an open heaven. It shall speak. Woo, my God. It shall speak. It shall speak. It shall speak. And it shall come to pass. And some of y'all, listen, age ain't got nothing to do with it, because age ain't nothing but a number. I want you to understand, beloved, age is nothing but a number. Some of you have started to discount yourself. Oh, but I see Caleb, 80 plus years old, and he said, look, I've come out of Egypt. I've wandered in the wilderness for 40 years, and now that my feet are ready to go into the promised land, I want my mountain. Woo! I want my mountain. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I was promised a mountain, and at 80 plus years old, the Bible said his vision was not abated and his strength was not diminished. I want you to understand, the vision hasn't gone anywhere. Your vision has not abated. You see clearly, and your strength has not gone anywhere. I just need you to get up and show up. Show up, show up, just show up, just show up. Just show up. Just show up for your own vision. Show up for your own dream. Woo, am I talking to anybody in here? Show up for yourself. Some of y'all been there for everybody, but you haven't been there for yourself yet. I just need you to show up. I just need you to show up. Just show up, babies. Just show up. Woo. And you'll find that that vision has not dimmed. You'll find that your strength is not abated when you get in your place, when you get in your space, when you commit and marry that vision. The vision is going to show up for you. And the end result of that, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard. It hasn't even entered into your heart the good things and the God things that God has in store for you. Am I talking to anybody? It's your season. It's your time. You're under an open heaven. And so the other day, I just heard the Lord asking me, what do you want? Regina, what do you want? And I'm going to say this again. I said it on yesterday, but I'm going to say it again because some of you need to hear this because this is you. You're guilty of this. It's like, no. Don't shortcut because you think you might not get it. Don't shortcut and say less than what it is you want. No, say what you want. Say what you want boldly. Say it, speak it, and he creates the fruit of your lips. He will create the fruit of your lips. Say it boldly. Woo. Say it. Don't shortchange it. Don't shortcut it. Don't discount it. Say what you want. And it reminds me of the story that I started with about my young baby. And she got the promotion. She's in the interim slot. But she's still driving that old patrol car like she doesn't have any power and authority. She's still doing all the things as if she has no authority or power. But she's already there. She's already there. But her mind wasn't there yet. Her actions weren't there yet. Her behavior wasn't there yet, but she was already there. Are y'all hearing me, beloved? She was already there. Ooh. It's happening. And then I like the song when it said, it's already happened. Hey, it's already happened. Woo. No, hey, it's already happened. Starting off with it's getting ready to happen. Oh, but baby, it's happening. It's happening. And then understand, babies, it's already happened. Oh my God. Ooh, thank you, Lord. And so my challenge hasn't gone, oh, bless you, it's a hype train going on. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I appreciate everybody that's given in the hype train. I bless you, bless you, bless you. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. But listen, I want you to hear this today. When you leave the lion's den today, I want you with sheer determination in your mind, will, emotions, spirit, everything, to determine yourself to premeditate toward your vision. Let everything that you do from this point forward be in the spirit of premeditation towards your vision. That's going to alter some things in your space. It's going to alter some things in your routine. It's going to alter some yeses. It's going to alter some no's. And it's going to make some no's yes and some yeses no. It's going to alter some positioning with and to some people. It's going to alter some things in your life. It's going to lift some emotions that you've been struggling with. It's going to start lightening your load. You know why? Because so many of you all, because number one, when you're not married to your vision and you got all these side pieces going on, baby, you picking up all kind of weights, all kinds of depressions, all kinds of different things that are going on in your spirit, all kinds of things that are weighing you down. because I need you to have that commitment to the vision. Commit to it. And then if you're committed and married to it, act like it. Act like you're married. Act like you're married. You hear me? Color Purple. I was married now, Daddy. I was married now. Y'all need to be coming out after the day saying, I was married now, y'all. I was married now. The reason why I'm not doing some of the things I was doing, I was married now. The things I am doing, some things that I wasn't doing before for myself. I was married now. I need you to marry that vision. I need you to marry that vision and stop cheating on it. Stop two-timing on it. Stop double visioning with it. I need you to get that single vision, because that double-minded man and woman, unstable in all your ways. Let not that man think that he's going to get anything. Let me see. Did I pull that one up? I think I had that. James 1:8. James 1:8. James 1:8. Listen, that double-mindedness, that lack of commitment to that vision is not getting you anywhere, but deeper and deeper and deeper in a rut, deeper and deeper, lower and lower in your energy, stronger and stronger strongholds against you that are just taking you all kind of places and just turning you every which way but loose. All kinds of unhappiness, all kinds of sadness, all kinds of oppression, repression, impression, just pressing. I want you all to get married to your vision. And I promise you, thank you for the biddies. I see you all. Y'all over here. Thank you for the hype train. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you. But I want you to understand, when you become single-minded and you shut all of these other noises, all of these other voices, all of these other energies. Some of y'all wonder why you don't have any energy. You got too many places your energy is going that has nothing, absolutely positively nothing to do with your vision. I'm going to say it again. Some of you are so drained, mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically. Some of you are so drained because you're spending and expending so much energy on things that have absolutely, positively nothing to do with your vision. And I heard somebody say, a dream deferred makes the heart sick. When you just been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and believing and believing and waiting. But are you in a mindset of premeditation? Did you get up today with a plan? My dad used to say it like this: if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Did you get up this morning intentional, or did you just roll out the bed and just start doing one thing after the other? Whatever happens today, que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. Is that the way you got up today? Is that the way you get up every day? Or are you getting up with intention? Please hear me. Are you getting up and moving completely intentional? Woo. And then Dr. Dady was talking about this. Dr. Dady was sharing about this in her stream, and she's been touching on it. Reflection, the ability to go back and reflect. I'm not talking about ruminating and getting caught up and getting stuck on, oh, I didn't do this right. Oh, I didn't do that right. Oh, I didn't do the other right. I just can't move. I'm just stuck. And you're just ruminating. You're just going over and over and over and over. No, ma'am. No, sir. I want you to reflect with intention. I want you to reflect intentionally to make true and honest assessments about your life, about your vision, about your goals, about your dreams, about your time, about your, I said time because some of us need to get down nitty gritty with that time. What are you doing with your allotment of time? What are you doing with your time management? What are you doing to manage your time and your resources and your energy and your mind? What are you doing? I need you to reflect. Thank you for that, Dr. Dady. I need you to step back and reflect, especially at the close of the day, or do it at the beginning of the day. People are different. Some are like, I can't do it at the end of the day. Well, do it in the morning when you get up. But I want you to reflect. And I want you to begin to reflect. And I want you to be real honest with yourself today. I'm talking about premeditated. Talking about your intentions and making what you do become very deliberately intentional. I want you to be honest with yourself, and I want you to put yourself on intention meter. And I want you to say and look at and assess right now. And I want you to think in your mind and write it on a piece of paper if you need to. Right now, in this space and place of life, how much of your day is run and ruled by intention? How much of your day is run and ruled by intention? Give yourself a percentage out of 100%. How much of your day right now, be honest with yourself, quit lying. How much of your day is actually done with intention? How much of your life right now is lived by intention? And then add to that, how much of your intention is in alignment and for the purpose of manifesting your vision? Because some of you do things intentionally, but the things that you're doing intentionally do absolutely positively nothing towards moving you towards your vision. And that, beloved, I'm going to tell you, is a waste of your time. You're wasting time. When we start talking about life and life more abundantly, and I said this, I am soon to be 60 years old in a matter of a year or so. So I've had a good life. I've lived a good life. Believe me, I have. But I have not had life more abundantly. And that I will have before I close my eyes. Did y'all hear the words coming out of my mouth? I've had a good life. I've had life. But I've not yet put my feet on life and life more abundantly. And why am I not on the life more abundantly? Because I know that I have yet to put my feet on the grounds of my purpose and my vision. Oh, but it's happening. Do y'all hear me? It's, hey, oh my God. When I tell you it's happening, that's an understatement. It's happening, y'all. It's, hey, it's already happened. Oh, my. And I will not be deprived. I will not be denied life more abundantly. Y'all can settle for life if you want to. I hope that you don't. I would that you not. But if you choose to settle for life, God bless you. But I'm here to tell you all, God has given you an open heaven to have life more abundantly. Why wouldn't you take it? Why wouldn't you choose it? It's yours. It's yours. But you must be intentional. And with that, beloved, it's happening, SK 8843. It's happening. Thank you to everybody that gave on that hype train. I appreciate you for that. It's a blessing. It's already happened. Oh, Michelle, it's already happened. Come on. Miracles, signs and wonders over your life. It's already happened. It's already happened. Whew. And with that, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Already. Come on here, Shelly Thunder. Already. Hey, miracles. Come on with that hashtag. MSW. Miracles, signs, and wonders over your life. But I need you to get intentional about this thing. And I want you to honestly, as I leave this space and this place on today, I want you to honestly take that assessment. Take that assessment, beloved. How much of your life are you actually doing on a daily right now from a place of intention? That's my first question. How much of your life right now are you living daily from a place of intention, or is life just happening to you? Is your life just unfolding before you, whatever happens? How much of your life, I'm spiritual right now. Y'all may not feel like this was a spiritual word, but I promise you it is. How much of your life is actually from a place of intention? How many of you all have accepted the promotion? Like my girl, you still riding around in the patrol car, acting like you're not promoted to top cop. How much of your life is actually intentional? And then question number 2, don't leave that one out. For those that are intentional, how much of your intentional living is with your vision and actualization of your vision, not somebody else's, not your children, not your mama, not your daddy them, not your auntie them, not your family members, not your friends. How much of your life is intentional with your vision in mind? And I want you to be honest, brutally honest with yourself right here. And as you make that assessment and we get out of this space and this place, I want you to make up your mind unequivocally that this moment moving forward, I will live both intentionally and with intention for my vision. Not the people's vision, not your family's vision, my vision. And I will live from that space, from this moment going forward. Now, when you walk out of here, hold your head up, because you've been promoted. You've been promoted. Promotion has already come. The promotion is already done. You're under an open heaven. Don't discount. Don't play with it. Don't say something less than. Make your requests known. Make your requests known. Do you understand? Do not be bashful with it. Do not be intimidated. Make your requests known. And I'm not just talking about materialism. Some of y'all need healing for your bodies. Some of you need healing for your mind. Some of you need healing for your emotions. Some of you need healing for your money. Some of you need all kinds of healings and all kinds of manifestations to take place in your life. Miracles, signs, and wonders over your life. Am I talking to anybody? And there's nothing too hard for God. I promise you, there is nothing too hard for God. Once you've made that request known, and I thank you all, I thank you all, I thank you all. Once you've made that request known, then become very intentional about making it come to pass. And with that, beloved, I'm going to shut it down for today, and I hope that this has blessed you. Den Darn, thank you for the roaring biddies. I appreciate you. Crystal Method, thank you for the roaring biddies. Crystal Method. Sky, SK8843, thank you so much. Michelle Browno, I thank you. Shelly Thunder, I see you. Den Darn. MCP812, my goodness. I appreciate Shelly Thunder, Den Darn. Sexy Vibes, thank you so much. Video, Kicks, CHRBB. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. I need to look at that again, but I thank you, and I apologize for butchering your name. Thank you for following. MCP812, thank you for the resub. La False, thank you so much for following. I appreciate you. Solo, thank you. Blessing the Blessing, thank you. One Tier Nicole, thank you. Stay Lifted 2021. Listen, I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate every last one of you. You're so welcome. Crystal Method, you're so welcome. Listen, it's time for you to walk into your blessed place and see it manifest. I'm going to say it once more again as I get ready to get out of here. Because listen, eyes have not seen, neither have your ears heard the good things that God has ready for you. It's ready for you. Just be intentional. So much love for you. God bless you. See you next time.